you. Welcome to the MFINTech talk session where we speak to service providers and also within the industry itself to find out what is new, what are our expectations. So Vinish, what are your thoughts? Are you developing something or related to this or something new? I mean, just a brief that you want to
Yeah,
highlight.
definitely, Piyush. See, a lot
Say
of
next
interesting.
6 months to 1 year, maximum 2 years, not
Yeah,
about
yeah,
like
yeah.
futuristic technologies.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I just wanted to add what Nayan has said, and this is one interesting thing, what you have done, Piyush, at bringing us together on this platform. To add on to what, from the moratorium perspective, see, I look at the last 1.5 year, and then going to talk about the next 1 year, right? So last 1.5 year, there have been a lot of innovation. So see, ours is a very tightly integrated LMS, LOS, collection, disbursement, loan utilization, that kind of platform. And capitalizing on it, what we have done is we have solved, I can say that yes, to a large extent, we have solved a problem of pre-approved loan in terms of how fast you can go out in the market. So there is a lot of you can say like a automated decisioning that is happening on that person. Today you can say about 60 to 70% of the customers in any MFI are repeat customers.
Hmm.
So how you can cut down on the on that kind of thing and go about faster disbursement of loan. So that's one thing we have solved and we are continuously evolving on it. Then the another thing is that we have launched over the last 1 year something called BR Analytics. Now BR Analytics is a very robust platform from a real-time dashboarding perspective, and also giving the all sort of insight, whether it is talking about from the churn perspective or from the perspective of the overdue. We are even looking at deploying some market intelligence to it. So Piyush, I'm not sure if you are aware, but we are going to utilize MFIN macrometer data to have a comparative drawn in between the particular MFI performance vis-a-vis the performance of the industry in general.
Yeah.
So that will give a kind of a comparative thing as well. Then we have looking at the moratorium, or you can say the whole COVID situation. We immediately fast-tracked an innovation product called Track OD, which is purely for the purpose of delinquency management. So
Okay.
there are various buckets, right from the non-starter OD to P2P, you have chronic OD, irregular OD, and so on and so forth. And then it's like, further equipping the field officer in on the go to track it and take the decision on the field itself. They can even, go with the recommendation of, write-off, foreclosures, and all that. Which you can do actually on the field, right? And you can even do the credit check right on the field from the track OD perspective. While you have the credit bureau integration on the LOS, at the same point of time, we have also integrated over here. So how it helps is, let's say, for example, there is a borrower and she's not paying back to you, but she's paying back to some other MFI, right? So you get to have that information on the go, on the field, that why it is happening. Okay.
Okay.
Then we also, we partnered, we signed a strategic alliance with AU to bring in the digital payment, digital loan repayment, and there are
Mhm.
various use cases which we have worked on, and we have already started POC with few MFIs, and right from making sure that because right now the collection is the most important thing. If you look
Hmm.
at the recent, we are still as an industry is about 70% or something,
Mhm.
uh, mark. So bringing in that digital loan repayment has really helped us some of our this thing. And of course, all our products are working in an online offline combination mode. So even the network
Okay.
connectivity, that's not a challenge. Now coming to what's next, what is that we are going to do, or we are doing or working towards it. So one of the things that we are working is something called BR route. Now, BR route is something wherein we are looking at the automated route planning for the field officer. We have
Okay.
done some beta testing. So I'll give you one example. Let's say a field officer has to visit about 25 centers in a week. And today he is taking maybe 5 days or 6 days to do that. When we did the beta, we were able to optimize it to 3.5 days. Now, that's a significant reduction of 1.5 day in the overall route planning. And here it's like kind of an automated system wherein the system picks it automatically based on the center meeting time and date and everything, and plan it accordingly for the field officer. And you can further add the dynamics to it. Let's say, for example, today he has to visit 5 centers, and branch manager wants to, send him to the 6th center. So he can make those changes at the start of the day. So the routes gets adjusted accordingly, and then you can further link it to their TA, DA, whatever, how whichever way you want to do it. Then another thing is BR audit. It's like completely following the audit trail of it, and then the document management system. We already have a DocuTrace, which is for the physical document tracing, which we have recently launched, and now we are working at fully automated document management system. Now, these are some of the things, and one thing that Piyush I want to highlight over here is further on the automatic, you can say credit decisioning, which you said, and you talked about AI. So yes, we have a platform called BTEL, which is
Okay.
globally working in some of the other countries and some of the large sector banks, which is like an automated decisioning. You can parameterize this based on the various things. It integrates with all your credit bureau and everything. It integrates with your BRE, business rule engine.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can have various parameters. For example, does the borrower have a TV? Does the borrower have a fridge? Or does the borrower have a cycle or anything? So you can have various weightage defined as per, and
Okay.
then it starts building things on its own. So it starts
Okay.
learning with the other borrower experience and starts giving you a much accurate scoring. So we are looking at replicating the same in our India market as well, and very shortly we would be doing it.
Oh, that's great, Vinish. I mean, you talked about a lot of things. So definitely, all the MFIs which are like listening to you might be kind of approaching you, or might be understanding how are you doing it, or is it
More than
it still takes around 5 or 10 years to kind of develop these things in the India market. But
no,
yeah,
no, no, no. Yeah.